you put this in here, and then there's a lot of clicking that has to happen. And they warn you, listen for the click, because if it doesn't click and you start to put this in and it slips off, all bets are off. You have just wasted $59.95, because this is not gonna work. You've lost the good stuff. Thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get those babies, ladies.
I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty.
What's up, fertility fam? All right, so I wanted to do a Stork OTC product review. I did a kind of a review before when I compared it to Soft Cup, but I want to just talk about the Stork. This box is kind of beat up, but I'll do a, dropping sperm vials. I'll do an insert so you guys can see what it looks like. What the box looks like. I got these at Target. I got 2 of them. I only used 1. I did a home insemination. It was my very first time on my single mom by choice journey. It was a home insemination. And I did monitoring at the RE. So I went in for blood work on cycle day 3. I went in for a mid-cycle scan, follicle count, all that fun stuff. And then I was told when to trigger. And I inseminated 36 hours after the trigger shot. So that was all pretty, you know, status quo, as they say in the biz. Anyway, so here is what the Stork OTC looks like. OTC stands for over the counter. It is billed as an at-home medical device for use when trying to get pregnant. It's one single use, used during ovulation, which is interesting because you want to use before, but anyway. Cervical cap insemination technique has shown to have up to a 20% success rate, and it gives an asterisk. They don't say that Stork has an up to 20% success rate, but anyway. So you get 1 conceptacle and 1 applicator. So this is the conceptacle, which is basically a condom receptacle. Yeah, receptacle of that. So if you're putting it on a person, you're gonna unfold it and put it on their penis. Although this is the weird thing. Let's see if I can get it out and show you guys. There's a ring in here, which back in the day we would call them cock rings. There's a ring in here, and so that cannot be that comfortable, I'm thinking, because the male partner, oh, it comes apart, has to ejaculate into this conceptacle. Because I was single mom by choice, I didn't use it, but yeah, I've unfolded it. But when it first went in, if you see it like this, there it is. Can you see that? Those are those 2 pieces. And so there's that thing inside of there. There it is. That's the ring I was looking for. There's that's inside of there. And they're going to ejaculate into this cup, into this little piece right here, which then the woman is going to take that part and put it in here. So you have to be very careful with that little thing. Again, single mom by choice home insemination. So I used sperm. Let me make sure I don't show the donor number. I'll cover it there. It's about that size, or it's exactly that size. Let me see if I can compare. Here's my finger. It's there. And this part is container, like plastic holding piece, and that part is a lid. So that much is where you get the good stuff. Yeah, so not a lot. So anyway, you take the lid off. I'm not gonna take it off because if I remember it correctly, it smelled foul. This comes in a giant, what they call a doer, and it comes packed in dry ice, and then inside there's dry ice. It looks very spooky. I was just about to start my channel, then I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this and film and show it on YouTube. So I didn't record that part. I took like some stills and sent to my friend Lily, who was like, oh my God, that's it, it's on. So yeah, it got here, I think like a Friday or Saturday. I think they last for 72 hours. Anyway, we digress. Back to this. So you pour the semen, wherever you got it from, into here, right? And so that is there. Keep in mind, if you have a male partner, he's got to put all of this onto his penis and ejaculate in there. So hopefully you've got some good home porn stash. But that's what I was saying, like, look how thick that is. Like, it's just super, and you unroll it on there. Not only that, but he's got to have all of this fun stuff on, ejaculate in there. When he's done, roll this back down, get it off, and still keep the sperm in there. Good luck. Good luck. I hope he's flexible. All right, so I would say that is a con of this thing. This is thick and weird, but this is meant to be the magic part of it, right? So you put it in, and this is meant to go right up on your cervix, and so that it holds the sperm right there, has a short distance to go, and then is in there. You know, it's okay if you're doing home insemination with donor sperm, but I don't know a lot of men whose ejaculate's just gonna fit there. Like, it just seems like that's gonna be messy. Play at your own risk. Okay, so you have that, then you take this thing out, you put this in here, and then there's a lot of clicking that has to happen. And they warn you, listen for the click, because if it doesn't click and you start to put this in and it slips off, all bets are off. You have just wasted $59.95, because this is not gonna work. You've lost the good stuff. So yeah, there's some clicking that has to go on, make sure it clicks. There's a bunch, I'm not gonna do it, but there's a bunch of buttons that you have to like hold at the same time and click. And then there is another one down here, which is why they don't want you to accidentally punch that out. That has to go. I should read it for you guys so that I just don't remember. That way you get an honest review. It's been a minute since I've done it, but okay. So you place the cervical cap in the applicator. We did that. Remove the yellow shipping wrap by pulling on the tab. We're not gonna do all that. We pulled this out because that was in there for shipping, because again, you don't want that to click. Once it clicks, all bets are off. Oh, that's cute. I just noticed it's shaped like a little uterus there. Like it's telling you where to go. It's gonna go right up. There's the cervical cap. You're aiming for the cervical cap. Oh, okay, I like that feature. It's the only thing I like about this, but that's cute. That's a cute user experience. All right, place the cervical cap onto the open cap holder. So that part would have been opened. You place that in there. Caution, do not squeeze the outer petals to close the cap. So this you don't want to on there. It's very touchy. The other thing that I thought was weird is it's not sterilized, or it's not sterile. So you're touching this. If you were going to use this, make sure you wash your hands. Obviously I've not, used this in all these months. I'm not gonna use it, but make sure you wash your hands because it's about to go on your hoo-ha. All right, so you put that on there. Oh, there we go. Here's the click. You put this in here, and then the inside petals, you're gonna click onto this little concepticle. Then, once that's in there, you push this button and you pull it all down, so it's like, it disappears, right? All that goes in there because it's getting ready to be released. So you pull it all back, and let's see, basically, you shrink it down so that it's all slim and it's easier to go inside of you, right? It's not gonna go inside like this because as soon as you hit those walls, it's gonna spray out. So all this gets sealed and closed up and looks like it's ready to go into a vagina, because that's what it's ready to do. Okay, then the insertion part began. So when I did this, I was so nervous because you have this is like $1,200. You have $1,200 with the good stuff in here. And you were like, please, it was just, even just taking the lid off, I was like, my luck is it's just gonna go pew, flying across the room. It didn't, but nervous, you're nervous. Not so much nervous that this thing is gonna malfunction, but you only have that one vial and that one shot, right? It's not like they can get you a replacement before ovulation. It's not like I can get replacement sperm. So it's just that anxiety, the stakes are very, very high. So my recommendation is plan everything out before you get going, like watching videos like this. Good for you. So you just want to be familiar with what to expect. Read the directions over and over and over again, because you're going to have literally one shot. Okay, so after you get everything all nice and tight and snug and ready for entry into the vagina, you're going to lay down. At this point, I would highly recommend that you use some lubricant. I used Pre-Seed. At the time, I thought it was good. Everyone said it was good for conception. Later, some of you all have told me that it's not so great. Like, it has a lot of hormone disruptors. Figure out what works best for you. You need it to be sperm friendly. There are some that are hostile towards sperm and will kill them. I put the lubricant in here. I also put a little bit of lubricant in the conceptical thingy because I was just worried that the sperm, I didn't want it to be sticking to that and I'd lose precious little guys. So make sure that you properly lubricate yourself so you don't hurt yourself, because this is all like hard plastic that's about to go in. It's not like fun toy plastic. This thing is more like toy plastic, and you know what kind of toy I mean, right, ladies? But this piece isn't. And unfortunately, this part you're not going to feel. It is gonna clamp onto your cervix, as this cute little picture implies. So you'll feel that in there, but when it's going into your vagina, you're not going to feel it. You're just gonna feel that. So highly recommend some lubricant. Okay, so then after that, basically you're gonna put it in like a tampon. There's another bunch of clicks that you have to do to make sure it releases. This is where you don't wanna get too anxious. It's going to click and it's going to attach, because this part, remember, is closed. It's gonna open back up like a flower, and you want it to attach to your cervix. So it's attaching to your cervix. You wanna make sure it's in position. So like, you know, don't be herky-jerky with it, but kind of slide it around just to confirm that it's on your cervix, and like gently, maybe to and fro, like a slide. Think of like you're ice skating with your cervix. Just gently to confirm that it's on there. If it's over here, then you want to slide it here to make sure that it's engaged with your cervix. Or if it's over here or not down far enough, you want to make sure it's locked on that cervix before you do that final click, because that is going to release it onto your cervix, and then all of these fun toys are gone. As it backs out, there's a string that pulls out. So you have this string hanging out of your vagina. That's how you're going to remove the concepticle later. But for now, enjoy it. It's inside. Hopefully those little swimmers are going to do their magic. And yeah, there is, I'm trying to think. So there's a little string that comes out. You put it, placement of the cervical cap on the cervix. So this is the cervical cap that was in the concepticle. You put it on your cervix. And then it says, leave it in there for 4 to 6 hours. Discard the cap and do not reuse any of these products. Does that make sense? And then storage and use, keep dry, keep away from sunlight. So this has been packed in a drawer for forever. I'm not gonna use it. After thinking about it, like initially when I started TTC, I was like, oh, I must have it. Like, this is high tech. It just felt like it would be more high tech than just using a soft cup. But now I'm just at the doctor's office and they're doing full on IUI. I'm moving on to IVF. I've had 6 IUI, 2 at this current clinic, 4 with frozen sperm, 2 with fresh sperm, la 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 la. I'm still working to get my baby, but for me, I would not buy this again. I bought 2 and that was a mistake. And the only reason why I bought 2 is because I looked at videos online and some ladies, some couples had said they did not use it properly and it came apart before, but they still had the concepticle, so they could have, if they had another device, used it, and they didn't. So I was like, let me just be safe and order 2 of them. Unfortunately, Target doesn't sell like buy one, get half off, but yeah. It lasts a long time though. I just saw that. So it says date of manufacture was 2/24/2017. I think I got mine in October of 17. And it lasts used before 2022. That's quite the shelf life. So single use, I don't know. If you like it, I guess you could stock up. So anyway, that's my review on it. I do think this part is cute. I think this part is weird and stiff. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't move very much. So I think if your partner has a large penis, that's gonna be uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not a Magnum, that's for sure. And it's just super stiff. This is gonna be the only soft part, which is like a toy. But again, this is on his penis while he's ejaculating. And then he's gonna roll this off, hand you this, you're gonna stick it in here, and you're off to the races. So that's my 2 cents on it. If you have any questions about it, please leave them down below. I'm happy to answer. Hopefully that answered all your questions. I know a lot of you guys wanted a little more in-depth. The other video, we talked about other stuff, so this is just focused on the Stork OTC, giving you my honest opinion. This is obviously not a paid sponsorship video, but I will leave the link down below to the Stork over at Amazon in case you are interested in purchasing it. You know, my experience may not be your experience. You may not be playing with a $1,200 bottle of sperm while you're doing it. Your husband may have a tiny penis. I don't know. No judgment. It might work for you. Happy hunting. This is my experience. Whatever it takes. Let's get those babies, ladies. Bye. Mwah. Baby dust to you all.
Beauty of the Lord is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want